Testing. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing 1. Is my audio okay? Is my audio okay? Looks okay. Sorry, I dropped my entire mic on the floor. The thing came loose, so I was trying to fix it. I think it's good. Good morning! Good morning! I'm low. I shouldn't be. Yeah, I shouldn't be low. Cause I'm in the orange. I mean, my meter should be okay. It's a you problem, not a me problem. Good morning, Wemmy. Good morning, how's Wemmy? I'm really eepy. I'm really eepy and tired. Tired and eepy. But I am here. I need to grab my glasses. ちょっと待ってください。ふう。ななななな。ふう。ななななななな。Do you know that song? It's a old Japanese song called ちょっと待って。It's from like a really old Japanese series. Da na 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 na. Where's my glasses? I must be going senile. How have you been? Feeling fine? I haven't slept in like days. I keep waking up every 3 hours. So I have been just grinding Stella Sora because the new character just came out and chapter 5 just came out. So I've been just grinding chapter 5. And I was debating if I wanted to pull her on stream, the new character, but then I got her in like 10 pulls by accident. So, oh well, there goes my content. Cause I accidentally pressed it. And then I got her in like 10 pulls. So my butterfingers. But I've been grinding chapter 5. I'm like, where's my freaking glasses? What am I doing? I need my glasses. I can't survive without my glasses. Wemiko needs to be summoned. Alright, I have something to say. So, on the 25th of January 26, I will be taking a little bit of a break because the entire devil family will be traveling to a deeper part of hell, which is... I, at this point, has no freaking idea where it is, but I got the memo that apparently we have an ancestral tree that's required for us to carve our name on the bottom of the tree. And we haven't been doing that for the past 2 generations. So, right now everybody is old. So it's important for the older people to bring the younger generation back to this ancestral tree. I don't even know. This is what they told me. Like, we have to go for a pilgrimage to write down the family tree. I don't even know. I'm not really believing it, but whatever. I just know that we're all going back to this ancient. It's where my ancestors came from. So we're going back to where ancestors are. To like pilgrimage, kiss the ground maybe. I have no idea. All I know is that this place has no internet. Cause it's some butt down village in the deepest, darkest depths of hell. I have no idea. I don't even know. It's a deep, dark. I don't even know where the freak it is. I just know we're going somewhere. I didn't ask much questions. I just know we're going back for the New Year's. Initially, we were supposed to go for a different date, but I begged really hard because we were supposed to go back during the Lunar New Year, and the Lunar New Year, unfortunately, this year clashes with Valentine's Day, and I didn't want to make you guys feel lonely for Valentine's Day. That sucked. So I begged the entire family to let us go early so I could still stream on Valentine's Day. I begged really, really hard. So that's why I'm going a bit early. And I was justifying it by saying it's gonna be expensive. There's gonna be a lot of people. Think about the people. There's gonna be so many people. Many people means many prone to accident. And you wouldn't want any accident with so many old people going on this trip. Somehow I was a really good convincer. And everybody got convinced. So they were like, yeah, you know what? Let's just go earlier. So I'll still be in time for Valentine's to stream for you. Yeah. So, I was so convincing, guys. I was so convincing. So I will be back by Valentine's Day. Oh, and I have something special this Valentine's Day, but I'm not telling you. Traveling on the Lunar New Year sounds unpleasant. No, actually, do you know a lot of family likes to travel on the Lunar New Year? That's because when you're traveling during the Lunar New Year, you don't have to host the Lunar New Year, which means no aunties coming and asking you, when are you getting married? Why do you not have a boyfriend? How old are you? Where do you work? How much do you earn in a year? Do you pay a mortgage? What the frick's a mortgage? Do you pay a mortgage? Do you have insurance? It means you're escaping all of those. Alright, I don't think a lot of you guys know what a Lunar New Year is. Well, you see, A Lunar New Year means it's the start of a new year, according to the lunar calendar. So, maybe for Americans, your new year starts on the 1st of January. Sorry, I'm lagging. But if you follow the Lunar New Year calendar, you're... the freak? I don't even know. If you follow the Lunar New Year, your first day of the year will be the 17th of February. Yeah. It's for those who are born under the moon. So you guys are probably born under the Yihao sun. Many people follow the Lunar New Year. I think, yeah, many people follow. I think the Vietnamese follow. I think Koreans, they follow. It's also called the Spring Festival. I think certain communities in Japan probably follows. But January 1st is legal first year. For you Americans, yeah, but not for people who are, who celebrates the Lunar New Year. Do you celebrate it in the moon? Yeah, we go to the moon and then we find moon bunnies and then we eat mochis with the moon bunnies. Yeah. And the day before the Lunar New Year is the whole week before the Lunar New Year. It's very important. There's a lot of things you can't do. You can't swear. You can't shower on the last day of New Year or something. You can't do a lot of things. Yada. So many things. Whatever. I don't really care. I'll do my own thing like an American. Yeehaw! So, yeah. So for a lot of people who follow the lunar calendar, their new year will not start until February 17th. Yeah. According to the moon. The moon. The moon. Do we not have any people that celebrates the Lunar New Year in chat? Is everybody just born under the sun? Are you guys all born under the sun? We a sun. How do you say a person who's born under the sun? A sunborner. A sunburner. Birthed by sun. Birthed under the sun. Birthed under the sun. Oh, whatever, I give up. We're all Americans here with me. Yeehaw! Yo, burn, you are born under the sun. Yeehaw! At the strike of midnight. That's crazy. Oh, sunborn. Yeah. That's a better word. Unleashed by the sun. You can ask Uruka about it. I think Uruka celebrates it. I'm pretty sure Uruka celebrates. You can ask Hime. I'm sure Hime celebrates it too. Who else? Who else in the face? Jelly celebrates it too. Who else in the face celebrates the lunar? Sinon and Ivy celebrates it. Who else celebrates it? Ugh, my radars. I don't know. Maybe Sheena celebrates it too. I have no idea. But yeah, it's just it's just a little information. Yippee! Little fun thing. Do they make this in New Year resolution? Nah, New Year resolution is a Westerner thing. We all know that. Yeah, nah. But on New Year resolution, nah. So yes, I will be going on a pilgrimage to visit my ancestry's burial grounds. Whatever that is. I'm just forced to tag along. Yippee! Nobody actually follows through with those. With your New Year resolutions, then why bother making it if you're not following through? That means you're a quitter. I'm not a quitter. If I make New Year resolutions, I'm following it through. Cause I'm not a quitter. Are you going to Mud Hut Village like Jelly? No, I'm going to Wood Hut. Hers is mud, which means hers cannot get on fire. Mine can catch on fire. Mine's a wooden wooden hut. Hey, a mud hut is great. Mud hut is resistant to fire. You can't get fire. You can't get forest fire through a mud hut. It's a pretty good defense mechanism. You know, the only thing I was warned is that it will be in smack dab middle. It's in a village, and there's paddy fields, so there's potential that I'm gonna have to to harvest some rice. I'm gonna make Papa Frank proud. I'm gonna be on the paddy fields. And it's in some smack dab middle of nowhere. And like, all I know is that the toilet is basically a hole in the ground. And you have to grab water from the well to flush it away. And you sleep in straw houses. And the floor is made out of wood and straw. There's no air conditioning, there's no internet. There is normal houses, but there's no doors. And you live in a village where everybody are neighbors. There's not really a door. Everyone knows everyone. That's the brief that I'm getting. There's no gas, no microwave, by the way. No microwave, no air fryer. Apparently. Because I googled. I can't even Google the place. That's how messed up it is. Yeah, I'm gonna become a barbarian. I'm gonna hunt for my own food. And I'm gonna become a Homo sapien. That's right, a Homo sapien. I'm gonna go off the grid. Out in the middle of nowhere. Power banks to charge your stuff. There is electricity for... It's limited, I guess, so... Definitely no internet. But it's okay, cause I'm just gonna bring a lot of visual novels. I mean light novels to read there. But then there's a lot of chickens, so I think I'll be entertained. Do you know how entertaining chickens are? Sometimes they're friends, and then sometimes they fight, and then sometimes they do stupid stuff. And you can just grab 2 random chickens and make them kiss. Yeah, totally normal thing to do. Arigato, member panda. Solar recharge. Oh yeah. I think that village uses solar. Are chickens cuddle buddies? No, but ducks are. Chickens depends, but ducks are very cuddly buddies. They like to sit on top of you. They like warm, so they like sleeping on top of you. Very, very cuddly, especially if you train to cuddle them at a young age. And then they will learn to cuddle. Like when they're young, you gotta train them. You gotta cuddle them. And you gotta shower them. And then they'll learn to love to shower. And they'll learn to love to cuddle. And you can also make them get used to a lot of things. Make them get used to routine, and then they will follow it even when they grow up. You can train them. They're very smart, by the way. They're very, very... You can teach them to do tricks. My uncle has a few ducks that he trained that, it can roll on its back and then you give him a treat. Cause he trained them since they were young. And also he trained his ducks to catch mouse, like little mice. Yeah, so the ducks can... Even goose, he trained gooses. He trained gooses to bark at postmans. He trained goose to bark at people who wears uniform. They're very easy to teach, by the way. They learn really fast. It's like their IQs are human combined or something. Yeah, apparently they are very easy to teach. You can teach them tricks and stuff. And then you can teach them to help you to grab stuff. Like plastic bags. They can grab it for you. I have dogs too. I have a grand aunt. She goes to grocery shopping with her dog. Her dog can push a bicycle. And then her dog can take money and pass it to the person for food. And then the dog can push the bicycle back. I know. I saw it happened in real time. It's pretty cool. They're really smart. Yeah. Ducks are free like the Supa. Thank you! Quink, quink. But yeah, ducks are really smart. You just gotta teach them. Alright, I have my glasses on. Oi, tatoi. I'm gonna put it on my forehead. Bigger. There you go. And then I'm gonna open up Q&A because we didn't get to look at the Q&A last time, so I'm gonna open the Q&A last time. How do I do that again? Q&A. Anime thoughts. There you go. Okay, and then let me open a different area. Let me open up a little. Let me open this part out so I can see. And then. And then I have this little thing here. But I don't have it anymore! Hold on. Is it gone? Do I not have it? Oh. Wait a minute. Okay, so I have something here. Which I will be using it to write down what we're talking about. So that people who come in can know what we're talking about. And I'm gonna become smaller. Yeah! See? What a great interface we have here. Oh my god! What a great interface we have over here. Okay, let me pick one. Oh, there's so many. Ooh, I like this one. I like this one. Okay, I'm just gonna copy paste the text here. Don't ask me for anime recommendation. This is not an anime recommendation stream. Uh-oh. Here we go. I'm just gonna copy paste whatever you say. Cause I'm lazy. Oh my gosh. Oh no. I realized it's harder than I thought. Okay, at least you can read, right? There we go. Can I remove the question? Oh, I can remove the question. Okay, somebody said, what do you think of the trend of making multi-part seasons like the last part of Attack on Titan? It seems more and more common now. The only reason people would do that is for monetization. I hate it. Just give me 52 episodes all together, all at once. Just like the friggin' Kimetsu no Yaiba movie. It's so that they can extend the validity of an anime by taking breaks. There's always a few reasons. Budget, not enough budget, overworked team that needs break so they can continue, or they want to increase and lengthen the validity of a show so the hype don't die out, so it keeps going on and on and on. Just like how, for example, Kimetsu no Yaiba. Kimetsu no Yaiba movie, right? There's the third, fourth part that's coming up in 2027 or 2028. Not required! That whole thing could have been a season of anime! But no! They wanted to do it into the movie to milk more money, because movies make more money compared to anime. Anime don't make a lot of money, but movies do. Movies, blockbusters. Do you see how the premiere of the movie is a little bit like Hollywood? They have a whole red carpet premiere. They have celebrities come. It's already on such a big scale of movie. They probably earn a lot of money back from it being a movie in cinemas compared to it being aired out on TV as a series. Yeah, and ticket sales are, you know, help it too. So yeah, I don't like it. I think it's bad. I don't like splitting cores. I just miss when anime was 52 episodes, not 12. Season 2 12, Season 3 12, Season 4 12. Just friggin' do it one shot, man. I don't have the attention span to wait 2 years. By then I'll probably forget about the show. And it's like, oh. But then again, for a lot of people, they'll forget about the show. And then when the episode comes, the trailer comes, it reignites their passion to this anime again and brings in hype. So I guess it's what they want to do. But I don't like it. I just, you know, I just honestly prefer if it just one shot. Are we talking about new anime or old anime? Oh, okay, so this person said this person brings out a very good question. This person brings out a good question. This person said, if we talk about anime, it feels repetitive. MC underrated, get new skill and overpowered and win it all, and it happens usually in isekai team. This is a nice question. This tells me you haven't watched enough anime. Because I can confidently tell you that anime from the 2000s to the 2025, 70% of action shows, shonen shows, It's the same thing that you just mentioned. Get new skill overpowered with it all. Every single one of them has the same premise. I just needed to tell you that this is a formula that works. It's a formula that works. You know, people like to depend on formula. And sometimes formula breeds familiarity, and people like familiarity. They like something they're familiar with, and it's something they like. Can you imagine you like fantasy? Cause you like elves and you know? Or can you imagine you like romance, but you especially like damsel in distress romance? And obviously you wish there were more other movies of the same plot, damsel in distress. And that creates demand, and demand creates product. Because many people look at this formula and go, I wish there were other anime with the same formula. That would have been great. So yes, it's not usually in isekai. It's everywhere. This just tells me you're not watching anime correctly. Well, there isn't any correct way of watching anime. Just don't watch isekai. Watch something else. Each season has over 50 animes. There's only 5 isekais. You can watch 45 different animes. Action, psychological, horror, slice of life, battle, whatever you want. There's only 5 isekai shows. You can watch 45 of them. Other stuff. There's more stuff to genre, okay? More stuff to genre. Yeah. Just you know. They no longer want to take risk. I wouldn't say that. Because you say it like it's so easy. Why don't you take risks in your life then? But then you also have to understand, for an anime to be serialized, it either has to be... There's 2 ways. One is that your action manga gets picked up by a manga magazine. Like Shonen Jump is a manga magazine. Or your novel is top in the light novel forum. And then it gets picked up to turn into anime. Or they pick you up from magazines to turn to anime. So these are mostly how they do it. And these are mostly how they show. We need more puppet show like Thunderbolt Fantasy. Thunderbolt Fantasy is amazing of its own, but it's also incredibly niche. To be honest, I think only hardcore weebs like Thunderbolt Fantasy. I personally enjoy Thunderbolt Fantasy, but I don't think I can see it becoming mainstream because... Yeah. It's easy to figure out and crack the code for mainstream. For mainstream anime. You just need an overpowered character who looks handsome. That's it. You just need handsome guys, and you got it. That's the formula. Do you want to know another funny psychological fact that Wemiko and me have studied? Do you know the reason why sales for a lot of these shonen shows, male focus, like a lot of male shows do well, is because of their merch sales. Because females have a tendency to oshi. So when they like something, they want to buy it. Emotionally, buy a lot of it. And one thing about it is that I feel like it's something that the Western people don't get. It's that there's a lot of controversial of this one character from Jujutsu Kaisen that came up. I forgot his name. Apparently he's like a really bad person, but then he's really popular in Japan, and a lot of girls really like him because he's very handsome. Oh yeah, Naoya. Yeah, a lot of people didn't like Naoya, but in Japan, all the girls love Naoya because I think in Japan, you liking a character does not mean that you perpetuate whatever the character is doing. The character is not you. So, you liking a character means you like a character. It doesn't mean that you're gonna do what the character's gonna do. Or you're exactly that person of that character. No. So yeah, that's like a big thing I noticed. It's a lot of cultural differences. Because in the Western world, they would probably judge you for liking a certain character based. They would probably think that you relate to this character, that's why you like this character, or you agree to what this character is doing, that's why you like this character, and that's why I feel like the Western community enjoys a villain who has a sad backstory. Because then they can justify why this villain is the way he is. Meanwhile, in Japan, probably they don't really care. If this person is hot and he's a villain and he kills people for fun, he's hot and I'm gonna like him and I'm gonna buy merch of him and I'm gonna want him to be my husband. It does not mean I agree to killing children. No! But he's fictional. And who cares? He's hot. And he's fictional. So I think that's a very big, like a big difference that I feel is when I see Twitter and stuff, Yeah, it's very simple. And then that's also why I think that people always get mad and complain if something is like, oh, this MC is so overrated. Like, this person is always like weak to strong. Like, so, like, I don't like, oh my god, why is he overpowered? That's whatever. Meanwhile, people in Japan are probably like, oh my god, he's so powerful. That is so cool. I like him now. You know. It's it's something. Anyone watch Monster? There's a remake, by the way, which is pretty good. But yeah, that's just what it is. But like I was saying, I think that, what was I even saying? Right, I was saying how like a lot of shonen stuff merch goes really well. It's very merchable. Like, for example, Gojo Satoru is super merchable. Have you seen the amount of collabs that Gojo Satoru has made? You know? And a lot of Gojo Satoru simps are females. And, you know, they would buy everything for every single collab he owns. They would make him Ita bags. Or like, just look at Toji. All Toji do is wear those compression shirt, and now everybody's wearing compression shirts. You know? That's why I just feel like... you know, there's a lot of thinking behind these thoughts. Yeah, like Gojo in Fortnite. Yeah. You know, that's what I feel like. It's just more marketable, more sellable, and also why they like to split the things in 4 core. Cause they can bring back the hype and they can monetize it more. Cause anime has become more mainstream now, so it's easy to milk more money out of the franchise. And that's what they're doing. I mean, you know, good on them, milk more normie money. But then again, I don't want to have to wait so many years just for another part. You know? Frustrating. I miss my 50 episode anime. Weeb fashion is taking over. They are taking over right now. I noticed a huge increase in weeb fashion, especially on TikTok. Everyone and their mom has an Ita bag. Without even knowing what the actual term of an Ita bag is. And then you see people fawning on the internet. You know? Because people are like, hey, that's not a trinket bag, that's called an Ita bag. It originated in Japan, by the way. And they're like, oh, I didn't know that. Wow. I can't believe it. I can't believe you thought your trinket bag was a trinket bag. And then I see a lot of TikToks of them laughing at people with Ita bags, the badge of the same character. They're like, oh, you know, these people are so not creative. They're so not creative. Oh my god. Their bag is just only the same character and only the same print. Like, that is so unoriginal. Unlike my entire Ita bag has a collection of different characters from different fandom. This is called being... No! Shut up! Sit down! The reason why it's called Ita bag is because it's called a pain bag. What does pain bag mean? In Japan, when you want a badge of your favorite character, most oftenly, 90% it's gacha. Which means you have to painstakingly spend money to gacha for your specific character just to get a badge. It can be 1 out of 10, 1 out of 20, 1 out of 5 chances, depend on who you like. You know, it's like, for example, you want a Sasuke Ita bag, but you have to pull between Naruto, Sasuke, Hinata, Sakura, Rock Lee, Neji, Tenten, Shikamaru, Ino, my guy, Jiraiya. My god! Can you imagine pulling 100 badges of Sasuke from that lineup? Do you know how much money you have to spend for those? Do you know how much time you have to take to collect those? And when people collect the same badge, it means, wow, you really love your character. Because this is not easy to collect. And this is not easy on your wallet to collect. And that's why it's pain. Pain from your wallet, pain from your blood, sweat, and tears. And pain from your mind to collect all of these little badges. That's why it's called Ita bag. Ita means itai, which means pain in Japanese. That's why it's called Ita bag, cause it's pain bag. It originated in Japan, okay? It's not some trinket bag you see on the internet. It's called itai, cause it's pain. That's why it's Ita bag. So you spent 2K on a gacha for a transparent bag instead of buying a Prada? Yes, Mr. Normie. That's right. Because nothing fulfills you than seeing a bag filled with merch that you painstakingly earned. It's basically like for a collector, a whole shelf of limited edition standee and figurines of your favorite character that you have to gacha to collect. Yeah. Exactly. If they have one Ita bag, do they typically get more? So I used to be really into ensemble stars, and most of the time each girl have like 4 to 5 Ita bag of that one specific character. It's just different series, so they have like 4 to 5 Ita bags of different series of the same character. It's just different series, and they even have Ita room where the walls are filled with the same postcard of the same character. Yeah. Just to show dedication, because they're dedicated for that character. Which means they love that character a lot. So if you can't respect that, you're not a weeb. You can get out. Because that's the weeb way. Did you forget? Anime is from Japan. Yes. That's very normal. It's very normal. It's called oshikatsu, by the way. Oshikatsu. Oshikatsu means life with your oshi. Oshi can mean a lot. Oshi can mean an idol, a K-pop idol, a J-pop idols. Oshi can be 3D characters, 2D characters. Oshi can be VTubers. Oshi is Oshi. Oshi Japanese, by the way, if you don't realize. Yes. And oshikatsu is basically life of having an oshi. Life of having an oshi. They like to collect. They like to collect merch of their favorite person. And sometimes they do itabek just to show how much they love. It's sometimes a flex, like, hey, can you... Not flex by like, oh, I have a lot of money. No, it's more like a flex that I'm the superior wife I am my Oshi's wife. Because of how dedicated I am to collecting these stuff. And most of the time, Why collect the same item? Are you rage baiting me? Do you not listen to what I just said? Rewind, mister. Rewind, thank you. Not repeating myself. Yeah, it's more like a flex. A flex to show like, oh, I'm the better wife. You know, I am the superior one. Would your Oshi want you getting farmed by gacha? Why not? Not doing any harm. And a lot of time, so the culture in Japan is that there's secondhand stores, and these secondhand stores are like Lashinban, Book Off. They're very legit. So let's use the Naruto example. You want to collect your Sasuke badge. Let's say you bought 100. By the way, Japanese fans are pretty hardcore. They would buy 50 badges at once, 100 badges at once if they can, or 30 badges just so that they could get their character. Or they could use probability in math to count the probability of getting Sasuke out of like 26. For example, they would count 1/26 probability. How much do I buy so I could confirm the probability of getting at least 10? And then they would just buy. And then when they, let's say I bought 30 badges. I only got 3 Sasuke, and now I have 27 badges of other characters that I don't like. So what I do is I go to these secondhand stores and I sell it. So that other people who wants to collect a specific character could go to secondhand store and buy them. And this culture is very big in Japan for secondhand stores. So a lot of times when people want to build an Itabag, or people just wants to collect merch, or they're like a merch collector, they want to collect every single series, they would go to these secondhand stores to find Ichiban Kujis, rewards, or badges from gacha, because this is a confirmed one. Most of the time it's a little more expensive than the initial pool, but hey, it's confirmed. It's confirmed, you know? Yeah. Yeah. So that's the culture there. So they would just, or a lot of time, they would buy, and then they would open on the spot. Like there's some event, and then they would be selling merch, and then they would buy. A lot of time can be photo cards. That's why they like to do photo cards. Sometimes they even have a signed photo cards that's like SSR, and you don't know what you get. So sometimes they would all open at the same time, and they would exchange it on the spot. It's pretty often too. They would do that. Yeah. And most of the time it's like that. Gotcha. Yeah, it's like gacha, you know? It's gacha. It's exactly like gacha games. You just gotta do it for your Oshi. Yeah. For your Oshi, man. Anything for your Oshi. And that's the origin of Itabag, and why it's called an Itabag. It's because it's a pain bag, because it's a lot of pain mentally, physically in your wallet, or the amount of blood, sweat, and tears you go for to find and collect your merch. So that's why it's called an itabak. Yeah. Yeah. It's just about dedication. If you don't like it, it's not for you. Yeah, you know? If you don't like it, you think it's pointless, then it's just not for you. But this is oshikatsu. This is what a lot of people do. And I get very happy when I see people do it. You know? Like, if I go out and I see somebody with an itabak, I feel very happy, you know? Cause wow! It's like, wow, you really like this. The little weeb in me is very happy. Like, wow! You really like it. Like, you really like this character, huh? You know, it's the kind of goes like, wow, you really like this character, huh? You know? It's like, the dedication. And you know... Yeah. I think the most normie I can explain this is if you want to collect all 7 colors of Labubu. But you can't because because you have to gacha the 7 colors of Labubu. So you buy 50 boxes of Labubu and you manage to only get 4 colors. So you sell the rest and then you buy from secondhand stores the 2 remaining Labubu colors that you want, and now you have all 7 Labubus ready to create the Labu Rainbow. I didn't know there were 7 colors. No, I just made it up. It's exactly the same thing as collecting Pokemon cards. You know? If you want a specific card, you either buy it from someone or you gacha it. So yeah, not the Labubus. K-pop photo cards. It's the same thing as K-pop photo cards. You buy an album, and in the album, you get, like, an idol. But if the idol is not your Oshi, then you buy more albums. Until you get your Oshi, or you sell your photo cards. Or you trade your photo card to another person's photo card. I just think it's really cute to do that. You know? Live for your Oshi. Yippee! Live life for your Oshis. Can you... Who's Shalong? Who is that? If you collect all 7 Labubus. I have no idea. I don't collect Labubus. I think they're ugly. Nothing can change my mind. People just collect it because they feel left out, that they don't have a Labubu, and also they it's like a forced like. You know, when you're exposed to something all the time, you slowly can't help but think it's cute. Like, Labu is pretty ugly, but the more you see it, the more you think, hey, maybe it's not that ugly after all. That's how they get you. Oh, the Dragon Ball Summon! Oh my god, I totally forget about that. But now it's just Pop Mart that's really popular. You know, Pop Mart is just basically Ichiban Kuji or gashapon. You know, you buy a box and then it's gacha, and it might be the character you want to be, might not be the character you want to be, but you just buy another box because it's fun to see what you get. You still don't understand what's so interesting about love. There's nothing interesting about Lovable. It's just everyone has it, so it's like a trend, you know? People want to get in on the trend. Cause humans are social animals. At the end of the day, humans seek to be in a group. So this is just part of human biology. Or something, I don't know. Lavabos are like 6-7 meme. No one likes it, but endearing for some reason. No, I like 6-7 meme. The one that don't like it are just boomers. That's the fun part. You know, 6-7 is just a song. It's just a song of a rapper counting from 1 to 10. And then they turn it into a meme. And then somehow it's kind of funny. And so people have been doing it. And then it's just, there's no meaning to it. It's just nothing. It's just a phrase, you know? And then millennials, they don't get it. And then they're mad because they don't get it. And then they're angry. The fact that they don't get it means that they're old. And, you know, millennials always like to exaggerate about how old they're getting. They always like to... They like memes that cries about how old they are. You know, like, oh, when I try to jump on one knee and then the next day I go to the hospital. You know, like, they love those type of stuff. So they don't like 6-7 because 6-7 has no meaning. What do you mean it has no meaning? Is it because I'm too old to understand it? So it's calling me old? I don't like calling me old. So I don't like 6-7. That's just that's why even now millennials started doing 6-7 to the point where the Gen Alpha stopped doing it because it's cringe now. Because the millennials took it a little bit too literally, you know? You know? Because they're like, oh, 6-7. Oh my god, Grandpa, that's enough. Grandpa, it's enough, Grandpa. That's just... yeah. Is that a voice changer or is that your real voice? I don't know, whatever you want to believe, sir. Sometimes I say real voice, but people don't believe me. And then sometimes I say voice changer, and then people also don't believe me. So, believe what you will. Believe in your heart. Whatever you want to believe. It shall be true. 6-7 is like totally cool. It's funny. 6-7 is just funny. It's like, it's brain rot, you know? It's like saying skibbity. It has no meaning, but people just like saying skibbity. It's like a millennial's lamau, you know? You don't say lamau, but then you just say lamau because it's funny. So yeah. Okay, let me continue. Why am I so sleepy all of a sudden? Beep. Beep. What anime with a bad adaptation do you think deserves a second chance by a new studio? The beginning of the end! The beginning of the end is such a masterpiece! Blue Lock was a masterpiece. Have you seen Blue Lock's animation? It's horrible. Have you read Blue Lock manga? Holy crap, the manga panel is insanity. It's so good. But they butchered the anime so bad. Like, so bad. And the fact that the characters looked 100 times more handsome in the manga. And they look like some weird twigs. And some weird twinks in anime. Makes me feel so... Makes me feel so... the potential it could have had. And it's popular. You know, Blue Lock is really popular. Even until now, it's still popular. It's just... the anime is so bad. It's just, I don't... One Punch Man season... I think they just ran out of budget, to be honest. Really? I think it's just they ran out of budget, because... It's like lazy work, out of budget, or not enough animators, but having to push through deadlines. We never know, but it's just... I wish... I wish they had a new studio. They deserve a lot better. Beginning of the end deserve even more. It's like imagine slideshow animation of what is that show again? High School Gods? High School of God. The God of High School. Imagine if the God of High School was in slideshow animation. What the frick am I watching then? You know? Yeah. For One Punch Man, it was supposed to be a 1-season contract, but it wasn't planned for 2 more seasons. Then they should have upped... You know, they should have upped the quality, cause One Punch Man is really good. They should have continued the quality. People loved One Punch Man. So seeing this was really disappointing. It's like, might as well just don't animate it. Just don't continue it, you know? Yeah. It was popular, but you know, I just don't understand what goes on inside their head. Because it's such a disappointment that a lot of people probably don't even know that there's a new season of One Punch Man. And it's really sad because that quality will not... You will not get new viewers, and older viewers will get repulsed by the animation and not watch you, so there's no win-win situation. Arigatou, member. I just think people they think they can get away with it because it's popular. Yeah. It's just I just feel so sad because the manga had so much soul. But it's just so sad. You know? I find myself rewatching season 1 the most. There's just something about season 1. You know, the fact that he blew up an entire mountain when he was fighting with Genos. That animation quality lives on in like top 10 most epic fights. Have you read the original webcomic? Oh, the art was horrible in that one. I hope it gets reanimated, but I don't think it will. Yeah, I don't think it will. One Punch Man have bad filler? Not really. I loved all the fillers. They're pretty nice. All of the side characters are very likable. I love Moomin Rider. Moomin Rider backstory was so good. They're very relatable. It was nice. I enjoyed it all. Well, you know what they say, a lot of times season 1s are always the best. And then season 2 went down. I beg to differ for Mob Psycho. I thought the second season of Mob Psycho was really good. I think they did it well. That was finally a good take of Moomin Rider. I have good takes all the time. Moomin Rider is good. I love Moomin Rider. Fillers are just fillers. Fillers normally is a break before you go into the intent. Do you know which fillers I think is the most annoying? Fairy Tail. Fairy Tail had the worst fillers. Oh my god. It's not even funny anymore. I don't even know what I'm watching all the time. Just fillers, fillers, and fillers. So many fillers. I remember that stupid filler to fight for, like, who's gonna be the guild master? Oh my god, why did I have to take so many episodes? Why? Why? Fairy Tail had so much fillers. And then the main story is good. But then the fillers are just really long, really lengthy. You know, fillers are supposed to be 1 or 2 episodes. But their fillers are like 10 episode filler, 20 episode fillers. And then they get to the main point, which is like so good, by the way. I love Fairy Tail. I think Fairy Tail opening is the bomb. The one that goes, Sayari, where you going? Hikari, zenbu atsumete. No, 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 no. Oh yeah. No, 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 no. I miss Fairy Tail. I should rewatch it again. It was great. I love the manga. I cried so hard. I cried so hard. So hard. During Autotears part. And during Aquarius part. Oh, it's such a great story. But I just hated the fillers. Because the fillers are so annoying. Honestly, I really feel fillers that are the best are like when they exchange bodies or like cute fun OVAs. Man, they're just really draggy. That's the problem. It's just very draggy, and I don't even know which part I should focus on. Do you just get fillers during rewatches? No, I just rewatched the whole thing. Oh, I like the Wraith Master. Do you know this is something that the author liked to do? He likes to carry... His Wraith Master was the original first series. So he brought Plu into Fairy Tail. And then he brought Happy into his current latest series. Which is cute. But Wraith Master was so good. I actually prefer Wraith Master over Fairy Tail. Wraith Master is amazing. Yeah, I still think it's his best work. I'm a very biased Nephilim. Wraith Master was amazing. I just thought the plot was good. The chemistry between the trio was really nice. I will forever be mad at the fact that it was an unfinished show. Cause the anime only adapted a third of the manga. Because it wasn't popular. And so they cancelled it. And then came Fairy Tail. Arigato gifted, Moe. Thank you so much for the gift. Oh man. He should bring it back. He should... The author should remake Wraith Master and bring it back. Bring it back! Cause it was so... I find Eden Zero okay. I just think it's okay. It's just... I just... So like, you know in Plu... You know in Wraith Master... Plu is a big part, but then, you know, in Fairy Tail you don't see Plu a lot, but then you see Happy a lot, and Happy is always there, and you see Happy building relationships with every single one of them, and then now suddenly you have Eden Zero. And now suddenly Happy is with Rebecca and not Natsu. And I can't get past that. Like, I can't get past Happy not being with Natsu. You know, not being with Gary, not being with Lucy, not being with Urza. And now he's being with Rebecca. So, it just... I just can't really get used to it. Yeah. It's just hard for me to get used to it. And also the name is Happy too, you know? So I'm just not used to it. Yeah. Do you know Love Wiki? Of course I know Love Wiki. Who does not know Love Wiki? That's a great show, okay? I think that's like one of the more popular tournament battle style shows. You know, you gotta fight to become a new god. It was great. I loved it a lot. I loved the team. The team was great. The group was great. I missed it. I think I just rewatched it like last year. But then I feel like the reason why it wasn't popular was because I think it didn't have enough reach. Cause Love Wiki had a very 90s style anime kind, and so when Love Wiki first came out, that period of time, the animation started to shift from 90s anime style to a more modernized anime style that we're used to. And I think that the moment it came out, it had to fight the big tree. Or maybe it's just not as accessible. Yeah. But I feel like it would have been popular if it was released now. It's just too bad, cause I like that it has 51 episodes. That's it. No season 2, no breaking the anime in 4 parts. Just 51 episodes. Done. That's a good show. Arigato, Mikhail. Berserk, down my way. Oh, Berserk. Do you ever think Berserk will get a remake? I don't think so. Berserk is like a meme at this point. Still up there with Hunter x Hunter for one of the best power systems. Me too! Me too! I wish Hunter x Hunter would continue. I didn't like where it ended. Honestly, as much as I love Hunter x Hunter, like Hunter x Hunter is one of my favorite animes up there because I just really like the dynamic between Killua and Gon and Kurapika and Leorio. That dynamic remind me a lot about Sayuki, you know? Or Yu Yu Hakusho, like it reminds me a lot of that. I mean, well, it will never be as good as Yu Yu Hakusho. I mean, it's by the same freaking author. But I don't think, you know, Yu Yu Hakusho's characters, their relationship to each other, to me, is probably one of the best I've seen. And I think plot-wise for Yu Yu Hakusho is pretty bad because it was just tournament arc, and after the tournament arc is really boring. And I think they improved a lot in Hunter x Hunter, but the chemistry between each character is still not as good. But besides that, I still think Meruem is one of the best villains I've ever met. You know? I don't know, he just... I do not think I have met any villains that gave me that Sigma aura like he had. I don't think there's an anime villain that could be on par with how much aura he has. Are you saying that because he loves a blonde lolly? No. No. I think hands down Chimera and Arc is so good. The election arc is also really good. I really like it. I just think he's such a well-written villain, you know? Like, you don't really sympathize with him, but you're like, whoa. Like, whoa, you know? He died the way... Like, with respect. He died with respect, you know? It's insane. I don't even know how to explain the aura he had. You know? Crazy. It was good. It was good. Oh, Sato from Ajin. I wouldn't say the only good one, but I would say Sato from Ajin is a pretty well-written antagonist. I just wished... I don't know. A lot of people complained about Ajin, saying that the 3D animation is very uncanny valley. But I had a feeling that if Ajin was being made in 2D, the impact that Ajin would have had when it was in 3D would have disappeared. Because I believe that somehow the 3D made the series more uncanny valley. And the fact that Sato, that freaking old man, was so calm. Wow. He orchestrated the whole killing arc. I'm scared of that old man. I'm terrified. I really liked Ajin. It was a very good show. I enjoyed it a lot. It was very intense. Reading the manga for the first time was very intense. So when they made 3D, it felt a little bit like Aku no Hana, that realistic vibe, which I'm not a huge fan of. For anime, I don't like that humanistic touch. Arigatou member-sama. But that being said, I still think that it somehow made the animation even better. I would say Ajin is probably a better unravel. Tokyo Ghoul? I think yeah, you know what? Yeah! Ajin is like a better Tokyo Ghoul. You know, it's more intense. It's what Tokyo Ghoul wish it could be. It was crazy good. It was so intense. It's like a thriller at this point. Tokyo Ghoul it fell off like really hard at the end. I just think it started off really good. The premise was great, and then it went bad. It's like all the high say nonsense, like I am me, but I'm a different personality. You know, it feels like I have to explain and debrief myself. It felt like a lot of nonsense at the end. It's like adding nonsense for the sake of it looking more edgier. It's like, oh, how can I make this more edgier to please the people? So you just add in more nonsense and then it comes out just bad. It started off really good. I still think the part where he got strapped and his fingernails were popping off, that was insane. Crazy. That was good. It was good. And then after that, it was so draggy. I don't even know anymore. It just kept dragging on. When I'm at the midpoint, I'm kind of lost. Cause like all of a sudden, he joined the organization that kills them, and he changed into a new personality. I don't know. I don't know. So it was, you know. Mushibugyo was great, but I don't think Mushibugyo would ever get an anime adaptation. But I really like Mushibugyo's animation though. It was really special. I just don't think he left Toga, but they end up to. Oh, is that a spoiler? You know what? I don't think in 2026 people would watch Tokyo Ghoul, but yeah, they got married at the end. They end up together at the end, which felt so, well, at least there's no Tokyo Ghoul. Tokyo Ghoul. Rebirth or something with like Kaneki-kun and Toga-chan's daughter. And now they have to navigate through the daughter's life as a ghoul. No, the manga is obviously better. I just old series, Black Cat. No, Black Cat was popular during its time, I like to believe. Because Black Cat was around the same time as Darker Than Black. That little Tokyo Mew Mew kind action. Okay, not Tokyo Mew Mew, like Cowboy Bebop. Cowboy Bebop, the Big O, Darker Than Black, that kind of vibe. I like to think Black Cat was really popular at that time. Yeah, I would like to think so. You're kind of hoping for season 3 Magi. Magi has ended already. It's done. I don't think there will be a season 3. I mean, the author already moved on to a whole new series. So I don't think they will ever have a season 3. So yeah, it's yeah. Can I get a Wemmy take on Tsubasa Chronicles? I didn't watch Tsubasa Chronicles. I didn't watch Cardcaptor Sakura. I think I watched I watched a few episodes of Tsubasa. It's about Sakura and Sairan, right? With like Kurogane and Sai. He has to be like go through. I watched like 10 episodes of it. And it's like a crossover of all of Clamp. But the anime is a huge bad though. Cause I read the manga. The anime is pretty bad. Like it's like watching the multiverse. I don't know. I just don't think it's. I don't know. It's just okay. Just don't watch the anime. Just read the manga. I like the manga because I like the. Okay, but like I feel you can only really enjoy it if you have watched every single series by Clamp. Cause this is a multiverse, so you have to read all of it to make it make sense. If not, you get lost. It's like Isekai Quartered. But Isekai Quarter is comedy. This one is... It's like this is more shonen. This is more males. Male type shonen action. Compared to... Cardcaptor Sakura. But it's very complicated too. So yeah. I still really like XXX Holic though. XXX Holic was great. I think like in Clamp. Oh, there's like so many of Clamp's anime that I really like. There's a certain aspect of Clamp. It's very it's like very peak 90s anime style, which I really love. I really love that 90s style. Chobits was great. You know. Oh, there's like another one that's like Captain Tsubasa, but it's... crossover, it's called Clamp in Wonderland. Yeah. I think the latest, newest Clamp anime was... I think it was Kobato. And then it was remakes. But remakes don't count. So like, Kobato was like the latest, newest edition. Clamp art is tough to animate. It is! That's why it's the anime is a hit or miss. Cause it's hard to capture that feeling of you reading it. something like that. Any opinions on Nagasarete Airanto? It's okay. It's a little bit like Love Hina. And the anime ends in a cliffhanger, no? So why are you asking me that? That's such a random... That's such a random... anime. Do you watch Nana with me? I did. Nana was really sad. It's like a Doom Yuri. I call her Doom Yuri cause it's so sad. Emma ask Owari no Seraph of the end. I don't think you have read my Twitter post about Seraph of the End. I absolutely love this show, but I absolutely hate how draggy the anime was, because in the manga they met after becoming vampire. I think in the really early chapters. But the anime had to drag it all until the end. And then cliffhang it. And now I have to wait for another year for season 2. And then season 2 came out. Cliffhang it again. And now I'm just stuck. But I read the manga, and the manga was so peak with the Soul God and Mika turning into a demon. There's a lot of spoilers. But it was a good show. It was a good concept. Like the concept was great. It's just the anime was too draggy. I wish they could condense everyone to one little point. Just condense it a little bit and it'll be good. The twist, it had potential. The twist was great. I enjoyed the twist a lot. It's just I wish it was longer. But it was good. I liked it. I like series like Owari no Seraph. Very I don't know. Vampire-esque. I like vampire shows. I like post-apocalyptic. There is an anime, however, that is post-apocalyptic vampire that's really, really good. What is it called? Oh my god. I need to find it. Anime post-apocalyptic world. What is it called? Oh my god! I only remember the voice actor of the show! Vampire! Oh my god! Wait, what is that show? Why has it left my mind completely? Vampire, right? Vampire! Is it World End? World End? Anime, is it? No! Oh, World End is so sad. Holy moly. World End is so sad. Vampire anime. It's anime in feudal Japan. The freak? Is it even vampire or is it? Oh my god! Wait a minute! I'm having brain lag. How? Why can I not find it? Oh, this is crazy. What do you mean I can't find it? Why can I not find it? It's new, like last year. It came out last year. Why can I not find it? Kurozuka? Yes, I need you guys. Anime Kurozuka? Is it even a vampire? No, it's not Kurozuka. It just came out like what the freak? Am I just... Hold on. I've gone mad. And it's in like feudal Japan. Maybe they're not vampires. No, they are vampires. And there's this guy who has like a whole army of vampires, so he can control the vampires to start a war, so he could use these vampires as machine to conquer other countries. Have I gone mad? Does it not exist? Huh? Wait. Anime of... It's not Hellsing. It just came out last year. Why did Hellsing... I didn't know Hellsing came out in 2025. Or is it 2024? It's not serious. What? Hellsing is not in feudal Japan. Holy crap, you guys. What the freak? Hi, give me a second. Ein Moment, bitte. I need to think. I need to think. I need to think. It's not serious. What? Is it in 2023? It's not Drifters. Wait a minute. Why can I not find this? Are they just not vampires? They are okay, you know what? You know what? Ani chart 2024. Isn't it 2024? Let me find... How is Baban vampire in... Is it comedy? No, it's so dark. It's not comedy. It's so dark. They're like vampires hunter trying to hunt for vampires. And then the main villain is a vampire itself. And then one of them got turned into a vampire and then he hid. He was like a really good soldier fighting for the war. And then the war is plagued because of vampires. There's no female. It's all males. And then they're like vampire hunters. They hunt for vampires. And then there's this guy who is like a grade 1 vampire, which means his vampire blood is very pure. Which means he is the origin of vampires. He's like the ancestors of vampires. So his blood is very pure, that he gives it to other people that turns into vampire, but they're like grade B vampire. And a lot of aristocrats are vampires. then you have like the lower people who are vampires. And then they need to say... It's not Strike the Blood. Strike the Blood has female in it. And Strike the Blood is high school. No. Hold on. It's not Vanitas. Why can I not find it? Doesn't say. I marathoned the entire series. Is it Mars Red? Oh my god! Are you... Wait. Is it vampire? Are they vampires? It is Mars Red! Holy crap, thank you so much, my dude. It is Mars Red. I was not losing my mind. Yeah, it is Mars Red. Yo, this series was so good. How do I... Let me show you. Mars... Is this 2024? 2020... 2021?! Oh my god, I'm starting to feel old. It's getting to me. I thought it was released like 2 years ago. Is it not feudal Japan? It was like... old Japan though. It was old Japan. Was this Mars Red? Here, I have even cooler. Do I need any cooler? Cooler. The main guy is a little bit like Keanu Reeves. The main guy is just tired of life. And that's not feudal Japan. That's like when Japan started to westernize itself. It's set in 1923. Oh, okay, whatever. Anyways, the story is that there's a vampire crisis, and there's this thing called like an ashra. It's like an artificial blood that makes vampires, and these artificial blood comes from mid-tier vampires, and in order to be turned into a high-tier vampire, you need the blood of a A-rank vampire. You know? So the whole story is just about this special troops, Code Zero, that's used to vampire hunt within the military. And the show is great, guys. It's so dramatic. It's one of those like secret Japanese army unit made out of vampire kind of a thing, and it's very dialogue heavy, very dramatic, very theatrical at the end. Unexpected ending, by the way. It's great. It's those kind of show that I watched. They try to hunt the original. No, you have to watch it to know, because the ending is very unexpected. And the main characters really like Keanu Reeves. He's just tired all the time, and he's like suffering. It's like, end his sufferings, please. And he just... Like, the only reason why I know, it's cause, like, there are 3 voice actors that I really like. I like Junichi Suabe, Akira Ishida. Okay? And these two were in it. Oh, my third one that I like is Kenjiro Tsuda, but he's not in this show. So two of my favorite VAs are in it. And then so that made me really interested. But I was really hooked. Halfway through, I was really hooked. I think the animation quality was great, cause there's a lot of Japanese elements to the show, like high focus on Japanese textile art, high focus on like the theaters. But great show, by the way. Gives you 07 Ghosts. I love 07 Ghosts. I will never forgive that show for ending right at the end where it ended. It was so good. I've always really liked shows that are like angels, devils, you know, vampires, blood. I love vampires, demons. Like Chrono Crusade was one of my favorites. It was such a good show. I still remember when she had the mark, when she was cursed by Noah and she had the mark on her forehead while she was showering. That was insane. How can you say Mushoku Tensei is overrated when you want to bring ecchi back? It's one of the biggest ecchi shows. Sir, it is not. Do you know what ecchi is? Sir, do you know what ecchi is? If you tell me Freezing was the biggest ecchi show, I maybe give it to you. Makenki, one of the biggest ecchi show, I may give it to you. Prison School, maybe. I don't know. Even High School DxD, sure, I can give it to you. Keijo, sure, I can give you Keijo. Even if you say Kill la Kill, I can give it to you. Or like Aiken. Aiken is literally a guy surrounded by boobs. Biggest boobs I've ever seen. Aiken. Like, he's just surrounded by girls with huge boobs. Let me show you what I mean by huge boobs. They all have huge boobs. Unnaturally huge boobs. Every single one of them. Like, you tell me this is one of the biggest ecchi shows? Sure. I will give it to you. If you're not understanding how big they are, here's a screenshot. Oh shoot, it's in a Viv. But I'm sure you can see. If you tell me that, if you tell me this is ecchi, I give it to you. You tell me Mushoku Tensei is an ecchi show? What are you, 5 years old? Are you 5? Insanity. Imagine watching Mushoku Tensei being like, oh, what an ecchi show. It's like you have never seen your mom's boobs before, you know? It's like you have never seen and you need an ecchi awakening. You need to watch ecchi, okay? Okay? You need to start watching some boobies. And then you will understand what the frick is ecchi means. And then you will come to understand that Mushoku Tensei is not that ecchi after all. Mushoku Tensei ecchi is just fan service at this point. It's not even doing a fan a service. It's doing its fan a disservice at this point. You cannot come here and tell me that Mushoku Tensei is the ecchi anime when we don't even talk about what. Have you watched Ishizoku Reviewer? Have you watched Harem Labyrinth? Have you watched Strike Witches? Have you watched The Testament of Sister New Devil? Have you watched High School of the Dead? Have you watched Golden Boy? Have you watched Korean's Blade? Have you watched Keijo? Have you watched Kanokan? Have you watched Seikon no Horizon? Have you watched Yamada's First Time? Have you watched Why the Hell Are You There, Teacher? Have you watched Simonetta? Have you watched Chivalry of a Failed Knight? Freezing Camphor? Have you watched Sora no Toshimono? Seikon no Kowaser? Have you? Seikirei? Have you? Rosario Vampire? Have you? Yeah. Sit down, man. Sit down. Time to go to school and watch all of these to get educated and what makes an ecchi show good. And then you can come back and then take your message back. Yeah. Cause I love ecchi animes. They're oftentimes the most funniest of all. And I love watching beep boops. It's time to get back to school and learn the true appeal of flashing panties and showing boobies. Okay? Jeez. Mushoku Tensei. My god. Surely. Surely. Because there's a lot of humor in flashing panties and showing boobies. I love watching Keijo. I like seeing girls play with their butt and play with their breast. Yeah. I like the sound of boobs touching boobs. We need to have them back, man. And I love the scene in Sora no Otoshimono where panties are just flying in the sky like a bird. That's great. And how can you say ecchi when you didn't even watch Ranma have? The number one ecchiest man on earth? What is his name again? Happo? Mr. Hap... Is it Happosai? Is that old man Happosai? Yeah, Happosai! How can you talk about ecchi without this man over here who steals bras every single day? This is the original Gooner, okay? He is the original Gooner. The OG of the OG. He was stealing panties before anybody was stealing panties. Let me find that panty scene. There you go. He was the original... wait. PNG. He was the original, the first guy who ever wore bra on his head and be like, this is a cute hat. The You thought it was Roshi from Dragon Ball? Roshi isn't as perverted as Happosai. Happosai was touching boobies every single day. No, that's a different breed. You know, Happosai even touched Ranma's boobs, even though Happosai know Ranma is a male. That just shows boobs boobs transcend true gender. Doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman. If you have boobs, you have boobs. Yeah, Master Roshi is not to this level, so yeah. Yeah. Boobs. Did you enjoy Chain Soldier? Nah. It was so lackluster. But just okay. I did a whole review of Chain Soldier. Chain Soldier was in 2024. I did anime 2024 review, where I watched every single anime except for horror in winter 2024, summer, spring, fall. And I did a whole review, and Chain Soldier was one of it. So if you ask any anime if I've watched it, that's in 2024 or 2025, I have watched it, reviewed it too. Didn't like it. Felt very bland. Your Mushoku Tensei opinion is lame. Then can you back it up? You know? It's like saying, I think your mom is ugly, but you don't have something to add it on. Like, you know? It's like arguing with a kid with low IQ. Maybe talk to me when your IQ is higher. Is your Ani list public? No. It's specifically for my own usage. Yeah, exactly. You know, I'm curious, by the way. I'm really curious to people who get very triggered about my opinion of Mushoku Tensei. Can you tell me why? Because literally every single time I've seen people defend this show, but they don't tell the reason why they defend it. You know, people say, hey, I think Mushoku Tensei is overrated. And they're like, no, you're wrong. Period. Sir, did you go to school? You know, in English school, they teach us that every sentence needs to have a main point and an introductory point and a closing point. I only get an introductory point. Where is the rest? Like, can you tell me at least why you think Mushoku Tensei is great? Like, you know, people like to defend the show, but if you can't even defend your show, then that just makes my argument correct. Because you can't even counter-argue my argument. You know? Think about it. Me saying Mushoku Tensei is overrated. And you're saying, no, it's not. Just proves my point that it is overrated. Cause, you know. Yeah. It's okay. It's like, I don't know, you know. I just feel like a lot of times this is very ironic, by the way, because people like to tell you to not self-insert into anime. But that same person self-insert themselves as Rudius. And that's why they think Mushoku is great. So it's very hypocritical for me. Because on one side, you tell me, don't self-insert yourself. Don't try to understand this character. You gotta separate reality from fiction. But then, on the other hand, you're like, oh, I kind of see Rudy's point of view. I kind of, you know, see why he is, and I kind of relate to it. Sir, you just told me not to. Why are you doing it? Yeah. Do you like Mushoku Tensei because you like that Rudy just likes to sexually harass people? Is that why? You know, his story arc was never really him going like, maybe I should stop harassing people. No! It's wondering how many people he can harass more and have make babies. That's just, there's... And then people keep saying like, Rudius is such a character. He is such a confounding he's, let me use all the smart words that I can get, like this is a redemption arc. Rudius will have a do not redemp. Do not redemp. Yeah, don't redemp. And they keep saying like, oh, like, oh, his personality has so many layers, and it's him trying to redeem himself by recognizing what he did was bad, and he should never have made love with a child or a woman who looks like a child. He should have never done the kinky winky with another woman while he is married with another woman. He should not have many wives. He should not constantly think about how many wives he can have. He should not constantly think about little girls. And then the whole journey is him realizing that that is bad. But I'm sorry, my dude, because in the light novel, he's still the same. He fixes so he fixes some stuff. For example, he neglected his family a lot. So he fixed that part. He realized that he was neglecting his family. And he realized that he wasn't very social, so he tried to be social. But he's still the same perverted self. He's still the same. Still the same. The same. So like, I don't know what people like to say about, oh, he's such a redeeming... You know, can you just... I wish Mushoku Tensei likers could just admit that they like Rudeus being a pervert. That's it. You know, telling me that would have made everything so... Just say it. Just take a deep breath. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Just say you like the show because Rudeus is a pervert. Cause you guys keep saying he's trying to change, but let me tell you, I've read the light novel. He never changed. Never changed. Never changed. And then, you know... And then, you know, I think, like, a lot of people try to, like... keep saying that Mushoku Tensei feels very real. I don't really see how it feels. It's like, oh, you know... Like, he's like, oh, like, Rudy is trying to be a good yeah, but like, do you remember how Rudy dehumanizes Aries? Like, he never really think of Aries as the love of his life. He just wants to kinky winky Aries. Like, he's an asshole. Don't you think? But then people are like, no, he's not. He's not. He's growing. It's his trauma. No, he wants to change. He just admit he's freaky, man. That's fine. You know, it's fine when you just admit that he's freaky and that's it. My biggest issue with the show is that, yes, we are watching this guy trying to live his life, but I'm not very interested in the romance part. I just... The world building in this novel is very good. I want to know more about the magic. I want to see him become the most powerful person in the world. But then I'm stuck with like some family drama that I couldn't care less. You know? Or like the fact that this maid had a crush on him, on Rudy, but you know she can't have Rudy, so she did the kinky winky with Rudy's son. Because, hey, if I can't have him, at least I can have his son. Like, that's messed up. Why would you do that? This was supposed to be... Where's the magic? Where is the magic? Where is the magic? So it's mainly the fans you don't like? Nope. I never said I liked the series, man. If you only knew how in the web novel the author showed how degenerate Rudy... Sir, I read the light novel. I believe I have the same credentials as you have. That's the magic. And then it's insane because... Do you guys know what you're doing right now? You're forcing people to not have an opinion. It's like... Hey, you're wrong, by the way. This is the internet. We all can have our own opinions. Stop attacking people. for having opinions. You can be a pervert but a good person, yeah. And you can also be a pervert and be a bad person. So stop justifying him. Stop trying to say he will change and he can change. That's not the way the author write him to be. If the author want to write him to be an ass, and you like that he's an ass, then that's good. Then that's good, you know. I rather much be happy that you tell me you like Mushoku Tensei because you just like what an ass Rudius is. I'm very happy with that. Rather than you telling me I like Mushoku Tensei because Rudius is a redeeming character. Actually, he changed. Actually, he did not. It's crazy. Why is nobody putting him on a same wheel as a redo of Healer? Like, why does redo of Healer get so much hate when Mushoku don't get that hate too? You know, crazy. If you think about it, crazy. But yeah, it's funny because you know you can never win when you're on Twitter. People like to argue about their perception of Mushoku, and they like to. It's like your opinion don't matter. Only my opinion do. Calm down, you know? It's like there's no debate anymore. You know, like people can have like happy... You know, people can have like... Yeah, exactly! I don't know why people are so triggered. You know, I don't understand why people are so triggered. What, you know, when I say, hey, I think Mushoku Tensei is bad, I don't know why people are so triggered. Like, why? Why are you guys so triggered? Like, why? You know, why are people so angry? Why? Why? That's what I really don't understand. They love it too much. Like, why do you like it so much? Like, is it that good? This is so funny. Is it that good? Like, why are you so... Everyone has opinions. Mine is that your opinion is lame. Alright, I respect your opinion because... I don't care. It's a civilized discussion whether Rudy changed or not to me. Who cares? This is an easy guy, man. It's so weird. People are so funny. People are I remember talking about this to Rooney. Like, Rooney agrees with me, by the way. Rooney and I both, like, we agreed that Mushoku Tensei, the beginning was really nice. But like we thought that the husband cheating on his wife with a kid was like a big metaphor for what Rudius is going to be, was like a little bit of a shock to me. It was very unnecessary, but then that was the kind of vibe that you know, the author wanted to bring. Probably. And then it's like, so it's just NTR? You know? So Mushoku is just NTR. Like, I wish it had focused, to be honest. I wish it had focused more on the magic system, cause let's be honest, Mushoku's world building is amazing. Mushoku's, you know, magic system is pretty amazing. I wish we see more of that. I'm tired of this family nonsense. And I like isekais. That's the thing. I like watching isekais. So I just wished there was more battling and less of this weird relationship thing. You know? I feel like the author had fantasies and kind of want to put their fantasies onto the show, but don't know where to put it in. So let's just put it in the middle of the whole thing, and it just became very convoluted, you know? And complicated. So yeah. I just... It's funny. I like isekais. So to me, it feels so wasted potential. And I don't think a lot of people actually watch Mushoku Tensei. I think they're just following the trend. I don't think they actually watch it. They just follow the hate train. They probably watch like 20-second clip on TikTok and then be like, yeah. Which a lot of people do, by the way. That triggers me a lot. They watch like 20-second clip of an anime and then they're like, oh, I watched the anime. What do you mean? You watched 20 seconds. That's not watching anything. Or like they watch a little clip here and there. And then, yeah, I watched the show. What do you mean you watched the show? No, they actually watched the whole thing. Are you sure? Yeah. I don't... And then they're like, oh yeah, I watched the show. No, you did not. You did not watch the show. You did not sit down. And I hate people who give review after watching 3 episodes. Anime now has become very unpredictable to the point where sometimes you just don't really know. Like, for example, Infinite Dendrogram. That was an amazing... That was an amazing isekai show. Nobody talks about it. People just say the first episode was boring, but then they didn't talk about how epic that fight was at the end of the episode. Nobody talks about that friggin' show. And then they choose to watch like some mediocre shows that just become popular and be like, see, isekai slops. Hey, Infinite Dendrogram was awesome. The brother was so cool. So yeah, that's the whole point. They just 3 episodes don't no longer work, man. You can't just watch 3 episodes and tell somebody if they should watch it or not. You know, it depends. If you get bored after 3 episodes, it's a valid criticism. Depends on what you're watching first. Really depends on what you're watching. If the show don't get you interested in 3 episodes, you're done. Yeah, well, there's a lot of shows that switches in the middle, you know? I feel like if that's your opinion, that's fine. But if, let's say, you were to give recommendation, like if you were to give a review, you should watch the whole thing before you can recommend other person like it. Yeah. Hey, I thought that Isekai vending machine was pretty good. It was a pretty good show. Three episode is enough? I don't think 3 episode is enough anymore. I feel like if you just watch it personally, that's fine. But I feel like if you want to give a review, like for example, if you're on my anime list trying to give a review, then you shouldn't. You know? Because people don't read. They would read and say, oh, this anime is bad, when majority of the reviewers only watch like 4 episodes out of 26. FLCL? Oh, FLCL is great. FLCL is a really nice coming of age show. Animation great music. It was a good 6 episode of like coming of age. It was nice. I pretty enjoyed it. But like the sequel is bad though, so if you ever want to watch FLCL, just watch the original 6 episode. Just don't watch the sequel because it's horrible. So yeah. Yeah. Oh, the music is so good. FLCL music is great. It was good. It was great. I think that show stood out for a lot of people because it's a pretty coming of age show that became really popular in the West for how relatable it was. I think that really boosted how popular it was, you know? Yeah, because Gainax didn't make it exactly. It's like, you know, if you want recommendation, let me think. Maybe you like Serial Experiments Lane? Cause that one, I had to watch FLCL 2 times cause the first time watching it I was so confused. And then the second time after watching it I understood the story more. Honestly, it's hard to understand. ID Invaded is just psychologically. I don't think it's the same as FLCL. FLCL is growing up, you know. There's a really good one. What is it called? A really good growing up anime. Sangatsu no Lion. That one is an amazing show about coming of age. That one, OST amazing, animation good. it's a great coming of age show if you like watching coming of age shows. Another good, I call these like weird shows because they're so good, but they're a little weird. Is Haibane Renmai. It's about a girl growing angel wings. That one also is so good, but it's like, it's a bit wacky and funky, you know? A little funky, I would say. Or like Tatami Galaxy or Mind Games. Really? These kind of shows is also a little weird. A little funky. One of my favorite anime is Oni Ai. Are you trying to say Onimai? It's not your favorite if you can't even spell it correctly. You can't typo M, okay? M is very far away from A and I. So you can't possibly typo Onimai when N is right next to M, sir. I'm calling you out. Boom! And before you come at me, I like Onimai too. I don't understand why people are so mad at Onimai. I liked Onimai. Onimai is great. It's pretty funny. I wouldn't say it's my favorite. It's a good show, but like, not my favorite. It's not like so good that it's my favorite, but it's good. Is 2026 the year of Ankh anime, new Gundam, Votoms, Ghosts, and cause there's no good, cause they don't know what to bring anymore. A lot of the anime that we watch have ended. So, you know, so they need new stuff to come in. So they need to bring up. But I'm pretty happy. There's a new Ghost in the Shell. Pretty like Ghost in the Shell. Ooh, I like this question. Me. This is a nice question. What is your opinion about many bad decisions anime writers make when it comes to adapting visual novels or mangas? A lot of times, a lot of times that oh my god, how do I even explain properly? A lot of time when an anime is picked up, so a lot of time anime are created primarily as advertisement to boost manga sales. And so because of that, they sometimes like to skip a lot of things, or a lot of times there is a lot of budget constraint and time constraint, which leads to, so studios have to like simplify storyline to fit the time frame that we're given to. And a lot of times directors would see the story and change it, which they have the right because they bought it, so they have the rights to. So they would change it so it feels more relatable to the audience, or it feels like this character is more likable to the audience. And sometimes, which a lot of times, there's investors. And investors can decide how the story is gonna go. Yeah. So it's like, or sometimes the manga has not finished yet, but the anime has to end somehow, so they just create a whole new storyline to end it. Yeah. Or like sometimes, you know, there's some stuff that it's like sometimes it's the direction, you know, but most of the time it's really money. Yeah. So like for example, Code Geass was a huge mess that luckily at the end was okay. Cause like when you make manga, you are the creator of the manga, right? You have full creative of your work. Now, when your story gets adapted into anime, you have like animation, sound effects, music, voice acting. You need to think about merch sales, which character is going to be popular, that character, how is gonna make merch, how is gonna sell merch. If that person is more likable in the show, maybe he'll be more popular. And now you have to change. Or you have to go back and forth. Or like maybe the person who owns the license to your manga decide that they don't really like this character and they're gonna X this character. They have the full right to do so. Yeah. So it's sad, but a lot of times, and sometimes some materials cannot be adapted into anime. So that's why a lot of times, like The Promised Neverland, right? The Promised Neverland anime started off really good, but then it went bad because apparently the author wanted to improve on the show, but then at the end he just skipped this huge arc and then just, cause he's like, oh, I wanna make it better, but then, you know, let's skip that big arc. Yeah. Or sometimes the mangaka wants a little bit of a change to the story, you know? Like, oh, I want this character to do this instead. And then, yeah, you get translated into the... Sometimes it's a good thing, sometimes it's a bad thing. So honestly, at the end of the day, it just really depend on the case. I like this question because not a lot of people know that. You know, people just think like, hey, if I make an anime, I have the full rights. Not really, you don't. The publisher have the full rights. a lot of times is that the manga is not finished yet, so then they have to come up with an ending for the manga, or sometimes it's where the studio create their own material because they don't have enough time, so they make like fillers because they don't have the actual plot yet, you know. It's just a lot of yeah, it's just I mean, it's anime, there's a lot of things that goes to it. Yeah. I think a huge problem is that anime always gets ahead of the manga, and they don't wanna put it on pause, and so because of that, they just have to create a different ending that's very different. Most of the time it's like that. Cause how can you finish an anime when the manga's not even ended yet? Yeah. Yeah. So that's just like it. It'd be time. I mean, drawing manga is very hectic. You gotta draft, draw, shade. Gotta do a lot of things. One Piece fillers a lot too. Black Clover has a lot of fillers too. I mean, Bleach had a whole arc of fillers too. Yeah. EB stories. The EV is taking over. Oh, what do you think of Spice and Wolf reboot? I like it because it's very accurate to the light novel. But I also like the original, so I kind of see them as two individual things. But it's still good, you should just watch it. I don't think you can compare, because the material is different, but they're both good on its own. So you should just watch it as like a parallel universe, you know? Did you watch the 1997 Berserk? Yes! Yes, I have! The story was really faithful to the manga. I just didn't like the cliff-hanging ending. That was good. When I first watched Berserk, I've heard of the meme. Then I decided to give Berserk a watch. But by then, I have no clue what the story was about. I had no idea what was going on. Never read the manga, never did Google research. I went in blind. And I was so confused. But I really liked it. And then after that, I read the manga and I thought, wow, this is a pretty faithful adaptation for like a 1990s show. It was pretty good. But then I realized that anime was actually just an advertisement for the manga. That's why it's like cut off like that, so that you would go and read the manga, which it worked. Cause it got me reading the manga, and I really like it. Yeah. 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 I'm just sad there's no Wild for, you know? Wild. Do you remember Wild? During the eclipse. I want that part, man. I don't know. That was so funny. I want Wild to be there because he's such a villain. You know, it's nice. Yeah. Okay, Eevee time. I will close the Q&A for today. Oh, I like this question, but I'm not gonna put it on. It says, since you don't like most English dubs, how would you change dubbing in general to make it better? Learn Japanese. Learn Japanese. Dubs suck. Learn Japanese. Yes. And not some cringy. Learn the accent. And not some cringy itadakimasu. No. Itadakimasu. You know? Stop being cringe. Learn Japanese. Yeah. And not have weird, just... At least learn how to pronounce people's names, you know? Takahashi? No, it's Takahashi! Takahashi! No, Takahashi! No! Learn Japanese! You know? People's pronunciation. Learn how to pronounce Japanese words. Or like, I don't know, what else? What other things they would say? Senpai! Senpai! It's senpai! Not senpai! Senpai! My god. It's like crazy, man. Just learn the pronunciation at least of the characters. So that at least your English dub sounds a little better and not just so cringe. It's like whenever they pronounce people's name, it's just, gosh, it's just so cringe. It's like if Japanese people pronounce your name. Let's see. Shindo Colucci. Shindo Colucci. Shindo Colucci. Or like, you know, Fireball. If you find that cringe, you can't say it because you guys do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Fireball is the same level of cringe as Takahashi. It's the same thing. But then, you can't say it's the same because in Japanese there's katakana, which is what Japanese people use to read English. So it's part of their culture. That's why they like to... That's why people always wonder why do they speak like why do you speak English like this? It's because they don't have. It's because they learned katakana. So everything is like, I think it's like a vowel or a consonant. That's what I learned when I learned Japanese. It's like everything needs to have like hahifu heho taditu deto. You know? The pronunciation is very, very different. So that's what they're used to. Like strawberry, straw. They don't have straw. They can't say that. There's no STR. There's no TR. There's no tra. There's tora. There's no tra. You know? They don't roll their R's too. That's why there's no strawberry. There's strawberry. Strawberry. You know? It's how they read a lot of stuff. Yeah. Yeah. So it's like that. It's like that. So I just honestly wish dubbing would learn Japanese, at least kind of give respect to the characters by at least weighing the pronunciation of their names correctly. You know? Yeah. Okay, I will go to eat plan now. Oh. It's time for eat plan. Thank you for talking anime to me today. I was very happy. I need to sleep now so I can wake up for Anya. Anya is debuting in like 5, 6, 7, 8. 6 hours? 6 hours. Yeah, it's 6 hours. So I am going to go for Epiland. Okay. Thank you guys. And I'll see you tomorrow. Mwah. Okay, every time. We'll talk anime again next week. Every time. Oyasumi. Oyasumi.